Action. Here we are.
In the desert.
In the desert. Well, we're not too far from where we're staying.
No.
We are in the desert, just outside of Yuma, Arizona. What'd you think of that ride?
It was fun.
It was a lot.
It was really fun getting to know everybody that went on. There was 11 of us, so there was quite a few people.
11 machines.
Oh, yes, 11 machines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It was more of what I would call a Jeep ride.
Yes, it was slow, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
we really had a good time.
We got invited on this ride by some of the neighbors, and we just so appreciate, them inviting us along, because we have done a little bit of riding out here in Yuma, but not as much as we'd like to do, and we really wanted to explore and get to know the area better.
And it's always nice to do it with people who know the area.
Yeah. So they invited us on a Saturday morning, and we packed up with 10 other machines.
Yep.
And off we went.
We did.
We did over 80 miles in that day.
We did, and it didn't seem like it was that long or that far,
Yeah.
which kind of surprised me. But what a beautiful day.
And we got to meet everybody. We got to meet our neighbors,
Yes.
and just had a wonderful, wonderful time. So
That was the best.
we really want to thank you guys for inviting us along on that ride. It was so much fun. As you could see, we were on the Barry Goldwater military range, and you have to have a special permit to get on to what they call the Barry, which we registered for the permit, and then you have to check in for the day and then check out when you leave. But there is just miles and miles and miles of riding out there.
And a lot of times it looked like quartzite.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Very similar.
But the Barry goes from basically Yuma east almost to Tucson, and the west portion of it, which is what we were riding in, goes to Gila Bend. It's huge.
It is.
And we saw part of the border wall down there.
We did. We saw tanks that were out there, 3
Yep.
different tanks. It was
Yep.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we really enjoyed the ride. So we're looking forward to a fast ride next.
Yes.
In fact, our neighbor went out on a fast ride today, and we got a lot of projects that we need to get done, so we had to take a rain check on it. But we're gonna go on a fast ride here shortly. But there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trails out here
yeah.
that we can go explore,
Yeah.
and there's a mine out there. There's a pass that goes through these foothills. There's just a lot of riding.
Yeah, I'm excited to do that, to see the area and to learn more. So when we have friends come,
Yeah.
we can take them out.
Yeah. So we're having a blast. So as we told you, we're in Yuma. We've had a lot of questions since our last video.
We did.
A lot of questions. So we are on a private lot in the foothills community, and you find we've had a lot of questions about how you find these lots. How do you go about staying in one? They're kind of scattered around the Fortuna foothills, and most of the owners, the lot owners, will advertise on Craigslist as for a lot for rent, and the prices range anywhere from, in our experience, anywhere from $400 to $500 a month, plus electric. They have full hookups, water, electric, and sewer. You usually share it with another RVer, and then the owners really want a what I would call a long-term lease. Anything 4 months and greater.
Right.
So if you're looking at staying in the area for just a couple of weeks, it's probably not going to happen for you. But if you're looking for a long-term stay in the Yuma area, which we were this year, you know, they would want a lease of 3, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever the case may be. A lot of Canadians come down here.
Oh, we've met so many amazing people from Canada.
Yeah, and a lot of them will rent for the full season down here. They come snowbird down south, and they spend 4, 5, 6 months down here. They can lock in a lot or half a lot and stay and enjoy the area. Yuma's a little different in that it's right on the border of southwestern Arizona, southeastern California, and Mexico, right on Interstate 8. Interstate 8 goes right through town, and it's a nice little community.
It is. I love it here.
It's the temperatures are usually 4, 5, 6 degrees warmer than Quartzsite. Same kind of terrain, you know, the activities are very similar, but there's a lot of amenities in Yuma. You have a Sam's Club, you have 3 Walmarts, you have probably any restaurant chain you'd ever want.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, there's a lot of shopping here.
Yeah, there's a big shopping mall in town. You've got Lowe's, you've got Home Depot, you've got Ace Hardware. So there's, you know, the amenities are many in the Yuma area, and that's one of the reasons we like to come out here, because Kelly likes her full hookups.
I do. I'm getting spoiled in my old age, I guess.
We actually had a comment on the last video, and I forget who it was from. She said, "I'm a pedestal princess too." That's Kelly.
Nice. I like taking a little longer showers than I can do in Quartzsite.
Yeah.
So.
But we enjoyed Quartzsite.
Oh, we do.
But Yuma is very, as we said, Yuma is very similar in the Quartzsite landscape. You've got desert, you've got BLM land, you've got the military area. It's just, there's so much to do and see in this area. We visited the Yuma Territorial Prison Museum a couple of years ago.
I'd like to go back. It's a really good museum.
It is.
Everybody needs to go and see it. It's very cool.
You can cross over into Algodones, which we've done already this year. We're going to do it again, and you can go and see, you know, the things that they offer there for sale, as well as prescriptions and eyeglasses and dental work and that sort of thing. So it's just right down the road. It's about a 20-minute drive from where we're staying, and you park in the parking lot for the day, walk across the border, do your thing, come back, and come home.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
It is. It is. So we're going to give this, we're going to be here for a while. Again, we're still looking for a location for our meetups, and we'll let you know as soon as we find a location. We need to get out. We need to start hunting for a location here within the next couple of days so that we can let you guys know. But we're excited because we've met so many of you at church. We went to church this Sunday.
I know, and oh my gosh, that's so people are waving at us, and it's like, I'm not sure if I know you or not, but we got to know people, and it's just, you know, the world just opens up when you have, you know, when you travel like this, and you get so many new friends, and it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
So as far as internet service in the Yuma area, it is not the greatest on cellular, but we do want to give you an update on our Starlink. So when we were in Quartzsite, our AT&T and T-Mobile both were right on the edge of being not usable.
Right.
The Starlink, for the most part, worked like a champ.
It was good.
It was.
It was like we were in Yuma, you know, in a town. It was just, there was no glitches or anything.
With thousands and thousands and thousands of RVers in the area, and we saw Starlinks on a lot of the rigs as we took our walks in the evening. We were quite impressed with the performance of Starlink in Quartzsite, and that's given us the confidence to move on with Starlink.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and mount it permanent. Well, not the antenna. I'm going to mount the router permanently in our rig, and if you're interested to see how I run my cable in and that sort of thing, I'll be happy to share that with you. But our speeds in Quartzsite were, when I got up in the morning around 6 a.m., the speeds were close to 100 megabits per second down, and probably 5 or 6 megabits per second up, which is very usable for us.
Yeah.
It did slow down in the evenings because we're on the RV version. We're deprioritized, I guess I should say, because we're on the RV plan. But even at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the evening, we were getting speeds of, I think the slowest I saw was 5 or 6 megabits down and a couple of megs up. But I think we buffered the 4 weeks we were there with Starlink. I think we buffered one time watching TV in the evening, and that lasted about 15 seconds, and that's the only time I remember it buffering.
Yeah, I don't even remember that, so that's awesome.
Yeah. So our Starlink is working great. It's working very well here in Yuma. Again, the cellular coverage out here in the foothills is not the best. It's very slow, and especially in the evenings when it's got high use. So our Starlink's great.
I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah. So again, if you want more information on the Starlink, we'd be happy to share that with you. But Starlink has 3 options. Residential means you need to order it and stay at your address. Residential with portability, which means that you can change your address as you travel. And then RV, which is you can travel anywhere you want in the continental United States and get your service. It's $135 a month, but for us on the road and the internet that we need, it's well worth the price.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's been a game changer for us, really.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah.
However, I am going to mention that I don't think I would get rid of your cellular plan if you have one, like a hotspot plan, because if the Starlink goes down for network issues, which it's done one time for us, if the network goes down for whatever reason, then you have a backup if you need that backup. But for the most part, we've been very, very happy with the Starlink.
Yes, we have.
Okay. So any questions you guys have, shoot us, write a comment below. We're going to continue with our series here in Yuma. As I said, we're trying to put together some videos on our boondocking experience, such as the freshwater fill, the waste dumping, again, the internet issues, the Can-Am riding, that sort of thing, and the costs involved within the Quartzsite area. But right now, we're just going to enjoy hookups. We're going to enjoy this beautiful, beautiful landscape that we've got here in Yuma, and hopefully meet some more of you at the meetups we've got that we're going to schedule soon. So stay tuned for that.
Yes. And really quick, I want to say hi to Sheila. Sheila is a sister of Frida and our friends Frida and Dan, and she watches us all the time. So, hi Sheila.
There you go. All right, we're going to wrap this one up from Yuma, Arizona.
It all starts with an idea.
Thanks for coming along, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.